you accept the Intro to Auto class, this is going to be a review, and if you actually want to skip the videos and just go straight to the Google Docs and look at the worksheet and answer the questions on the little quiz I put on there, you should be able to do it without looking at the video. But for the Intro to Auto students, we're going to tell you how brakes work. Brakes work on the principle that you cannot compress a liquid. That's called Pascal's law. So when you put pressure on a liquid, that pressure is going to be transferred to whatever that liquid's hooked up to. So when I push on this syringe, this other syringe goes out. When I push on this syringe, this other syringe goes out. So how we use that on brakes is we take our foot and we push pressure on our brake pedal. Our brake pedal pushes pressure on a liquid. The liquid we use instead of water is brake fluid. Okay, that brake fluid is pressurized. It puts pressure on these pistons inside this caliper. The caliper pushes in and pushes on a brake pad. The brake pad is a friction material that creates friction on our brake rotor. The rotor is attached to the wheel. As we create friction on the rotor, it slows down the rotor and the vehicle comes to a stop. This is called disc brake system. On the rear of a lot of cars is a drum brake system. We have a drum, and we have brake shoes instead of pads. Instead of a caliper, we have a wheel cylinder that pushes out on these pads. Those pads push against the drum and create friction, and same thing makes the car stop. At the bottom here we have an adjuster, so we can adjust our drum brakes. We also, on the rear wheels, we have an emergency brake. It's operated not by hydraulic pressure, but by mechanical pressure via a cable. So we have a cable attached to our e-brake pedal or lever or whatever we have. I just called it a control on this picture. As we pull on that cable, it pulls on this lever, which applies pressure mechanically to our brake shoe and stops the car. So in a nutshell, that's how a brake system works. The master cylinder takes mechanical pressure from your leg and changes it into hydraulic pressure. The caliper and the wheel cylinder take hydraulic pressure and change it back into mechanical motion to push the pads or the shoes up against the rotor or the drum. So I'm going to pull this up close so you can take a look at it. This is what it's going to be on your quiz or your worksheet. So we have the master cylinder, takes pressure and pushes it down to the caliper. The caliper puts that pressure against a brake pad, which pushes against a rotor. On the drum brake system, we have a wheel cylinder that takes that pressure, changes it to mechanical motion that pushes on the brake shoes, which are pushing up against the drum. And we have an adjuster at the bottom. We also have an emergency brake system that's operated by a cable. We have a lever that pushes or pulls up against the shoe, and it's operated by e-brake control, which is a pedal. So now we're going to look at the parts on the desk over here. So this would be the master cylinder. That's what a master cylinder looks like. This is a caliper right here, a brake rotor, set of brake pads. Here we have a drum. This outside shell is a drum. These would be the brake shoes that push up against the drum. Here's our wheel cylinder that pushes out on the shoes, and we would have an adjuster in between here. We're going to slip out to the shop and look at it on a car. So we'll look at the Rotson. The Rotson has disc brakes in the front. So here's our rotor. It's attached to the wheel. It spins. Here's our caliper that squeezes against some pads that puts friction on the rotor and stops the car. On our drum brakes, we're going to go back to the back. Drum brakes we have set up right here. Here's our brake drums right here, and this is how it's set up right here. We have our brake shoes here. There's our adjuster right here. There's our wheel cylinder right there. So watch the other video, look at the Google Docs, fill out the one that's marked quiz, and you'll be done. See you later.